So y'all, I'm selling lip glosses. I'm just kidding. I love that line. Hey y'all, I'm selling lip glosses. But yo, it really hit me yesterday. And TT has been playing. They've been tripping on me. So I gotta be really careful of what I say because I'm discovering. I mean, and I've heard other people say it. They really don't like for you to say and bring up certain other entities. TT is a jealous god, okay? So let's just say my multiple streams has been in effect this week, okay? The bag has been secured from FB, AMZN, from DBA, from my own courses and products, and a skincare affiliate that I am part of too. All secured this week. All into the repository, if you know what I mean, okay? So imagine waking up to notifications, and sometimes you don't even get the notification. I literally was out running errands and shopping and noticing my balance is going up. It's not going down. And that's because all within this week, some within the same day, but just about every day this week, there's been a different one that hit. You picking up what I'm throwing down. FB, AMZN, that's the stock symbol, right? DBA, my own courses that I've created. And I am still a skincare affiliate, and I wake up to orders in my sleep pretty much daily. Some skincare orders, right? I don't talk about it. I don't promote it much anymore, but I still get new customers and I still get orders. Why? Because of digital marketing. Because of digital marketing, okay? I'm a very successful skincare affiliate. You wouldn't know that unless you went back and looked at old content or I told you, okay? And I have content, what I call traps, all over the internet, okay? So this thing, you can bust it wide open. You can make it what you want to, okay? You are the brand. You are the brand. You are the content. You are the algorithm. You are the niche, okay? So it's about strategy. Like I said, I'm not, if you look at my post, you will see skincare there, but it's so subtle. It's so subtle. Because I might be doing my skincare or I might be steaming my face, but I'm not talking about skincare at all. At all, okay? I am talking marketing. I am talking branding. I am talking Pinterest, right? If you go on my Pinterest, a whole boards dedicated to beauty, have been for years. I have links, active affiliate links still on Pinterest for that. My newer content, however, is about digital marketing, about branding, about email marketing, right? So the skincare is there. I have live videos that I restream where I'm doing a full skincare routine, but I'm talking about traffic. I'm talking about Pinterest. I'm talking about digital marketing. So the skincare is there. It has always been there, but it has taken on a different form now than what it used to. And that is what I say when I say you can monetize your life. You can monetize your life, right? I can be cleaning out my refrigerator and talking about something else. And there will be people who ask me, what cleaning products am I using? And then I can send them the link to either my AMZN store or, somewhere else, right? So you are the brand, you are the content. And that is why I love DBA so much. And the countdown is on, okay? DBA is all about becoming a digital boss, right? So the first thing is you've got to imagine the life that you desire. Imagine the life that you desire, and I believe in writing it out, okay? Writing it out, okay? So 2 years ago, 2022, where I was renting from and had been renting for about close to 10 years, they were retiring, and they were basically going to sell the property to her son. And so I was going to need to move, right? So I began to look for a place, and I really took the time to write out, imagine, envision the place that I wanted to live, but not just, what it looked like aesthetically, because I definitely achieved that, but also what it would be like to live there, what it would be like from the moment I woke up until the moment that I went to bed. And that is when the magic happened, right? I imagined myself working from home there. I imagined myself waking up and making my green smoothies, right? Y'all know I love my green smoothies. That is part of my brand, right? I imagined myself making my green smoothies in a spacious kitchen where I could move around easily and cook and make meals and cook things and do things with my grandchildren. So I pretty much imagined it out and wrote it down, and it came to pass, right? So if your desire is to live a life of freedom, what does that look like for you, right? What does it look like for you? If it includes you sleeping in until you want to get up, that is fine. But what are you going to do once you do get up? What is your day like? What do you smell in the morning? What do you see? What do you feel is the most important. What do you feel, right? And then what do you do? And how does that make you feel? And how do you feel as you go about your daily routine, right? So for some people, I know this one girl, she said this, one of the things that her future self would do is she would go to the gym and work out. So she began to make sure she went to the gym and worked out, because that is what her future self would do, okay? So your life that you want is completely within your reach. You have to first imagine it. They say imagining is creating memories, okay? You are creating memories that have not happened yet. And when I heard that, it changed the game for me. It completely changed the game for me. So if you want to be the bag, what does a day in the life look like for you as the bag, right? When you wake up and you look at your phone, what notifications do you see? Where are they from? What amount? How do you feel when you see those notifications when you wake up in the morning, right? If you want to be a top seller of DBA, what happens when you wake up? What are you able to do throughout your day because you are a top seller of DBA? Are you able to go fly and go somewhere else every weekend? Because there are people doing that with DBA right now. Okay, so imagine yourself ordering those tickets online. How does it feel when you click that payment and DBA paid for it? What does it feel like when you check into the hotel, right? What hotel are you staying in? Because there's a big difference between, some lower seedy, small local mom and pop owned hotel, or staying at, a fancy higher end hotel. I'm going to try to not say names here, okay? There's a big difference. When you're at that hotel, what type of room, what type of view do you have, right? What do the sheets feel like when you lay on the sheets in the hotel? What is it like when you order room service, right? These are the things that you have to think about and that you need to imagine to make it all happen, right? Who's traveling with you? How does it feel to travel with them and see new things and experience new things, right? Another part of this that not a lot of people talk about is, who are you serving? Who is your ideal client? Who are you serving and how are you impacting their life? How does it feel for them? How does it feel for you? And you need to feel that way now. You need to feel that way now. You need to hold space for the people it is that are going to buy DBA from you. You need to hold space for the impact and the transformation that you are helping them to create in their lives, right? Because that's what we're doing this for. And that is how you make a big splash, right? You will be able to achieve and live the life of your dreams by helping other people live the life of their dreams. So how does it feel when you get those notifications, when you read those comments on your content, when you see those comments in your live videos, for example? How does that make you feel? How does that truly and genuinely make you feel? And feel that right now and hold space. What will you do for yourself when you hit certain levels in sales, right? What will you do, right? For me, a huge part of my day is being able to go to the lake and enjoy the water when I want to. Yesterday afternoon, I went down, I went to a restaurant, had a salad, at a nice restaurant in the marina, looking out at the water. Water is significant for me, and seeing all the yachts and the boats. That helps me to manifest. That helps me to bring more into this side and into, where I am now. Being in that presence, being in that energy, right? I don't know if I should say this, but there is a new development being built down there, and it is on my list of where I want to live. So just sitting there and looking at that development and just feeling it as if I live there now, and imagining myself looking out at the window and seeing the marina and seeing the water and feeling that now, right? What is something I would do if I lived there? I would go walk down by the marina and have dinner and salad because I can. So that's what I did yesterday, okay? So you are the bag, right? And so you have to know how many units of DBA do you need to sell in order to hit your goals, right? How many lives is that though? It's not just looking at your like your Stan account or your Stripe account, which is important, but it's also seeing faces and seeing people, and how many people you are helping and their families and their children. People going on honeymoons because of DBA, going to Disney World because of DBA, right? Someone bought one of those nice fancy massage chairs because of DBA. You have to imagine what those things are, and you have to write it down. You must write it down. And it begins with, I am so happy and grateful that today is blah, blah, blah. And you write it in the presence as if it is already happened, right? Or is that the past tense? You write it as if it is happening or it has happened, okay? As if it's happening right now or it has already happened, okay? So you have to write that down. And here is the thing. You are the bag. DBA is going to give you the blueprint. DBA is going to give you the foundation of what to do, okay? And I'm actually going to be adding something later today that's going to be the how. DBA is going to give you the foundation of what to do, how to, securing funding. Welcome, it's the securing funding, business formation, right? Digital marketing, TikTok, CapCut. It's going to give you those tools and how to use them to develop and create a business that is based on digital products. But the reality is DBA is not the be-all end-all, and that is okay. It has its role, right? In DBA Volume 2, which you get included when you join DBA 1 today, you will be able to learn what to do with the money that you make from DBA to buy land, to buy stocks, right? And so that is the power of DBA. If you really understood the power of the supercomputer that you hold in your hand, also known as an Android or an iPhone, If you really understood that, you wouldn't be able to rest. You would not be able to rest until you had it dinging, dinging, dinging with notifications because you're making sales. You just wouldn't be able to. I was at my auntie's house and she's like, you keep that laptop open. I said, money never sleeps. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, right? So you have to understand that you are the product, right? You are the product. You are the content, right? Everybody talks about a niche. I am the niche. I am the niche. I am the brand. I am the niche. So the things that I am interested in, the things that make me me, are what you see on my content, okay? So when you think of marketing, you definitely should be thinking of me. When you think of Pinterest, a lot of people think of me when they hear Pinterest, right? When you think of DBA, you should think of me because I've been marketing DBA. Does it mean that I switched up and I'm not offering Pinterest anymore? Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. I'm just not going to talk about them all at the same time. I am not going to talk about them all at the same time. Okay? So you'll see one for a period of time, and then I will switch and I will talk about another. It doesn't mean that I'm no longer doing the other, that it failed, that it's hit its peak and it's saturated. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means I understand how things work. I run in campaigns, right? And I tend to operate on a 90-day year. I heard somebody the other day say, oh, you only focus on one thing for 1 year. And if you are focusing on only one thing for 1 year, especially in these economic times, you are going to lose. You need to focus on more than just one thing. You need to focus on one thing at a time for a good 30, 45 days, up to 90 days, and then you move on to the next. But focusing on only one thing for the year is a great way to starve. And that's why a lot of people are starving and looking at having to get jobs in that, because they are only focusing on one thing for far too long. People's attention spans change, and they change quickly. So if you focus on something for, say, 90 days, you want to switch it up for the next 90 days to give people a chance to rest from that one thing and then talk about the other. Because believe me, if they become ready for Pinterest, for example, and I'm not focused on Pinterest in that 90 days, they're still going to ask me about it, and I can still help them with it. Okay? There are too many people succeeding with this strategy for it not to work, and I've been doing it for quite some time. You are the brand. You are the niche. You are the brand. You are the niche. Okay? So as much as we talk about being authentic in your branding, if I'm supposedly being authentic in my branding, but I'm also not talking about green smoothies, I'm also not talking about skincare, then I'm not being my authentic self. Then I'm not being my authentic brand, right? So if I want to be my authentic brand, I can talk about those things without having to be pushing them in that moment. Because some of you are switching up what you're talking about, and you're doing it like post by post all in the same day. Now, I would not recommend that. I absolutely would not recommend that, right? And you know, it's okay to be multi-passionate. It's okay to have multiple offers, but you want to focus on one offer for a certain period of time before switching off to something else. Now, I get it, because I'm a creative, so sometimes I want to create something and I create it and I want to get it out. Because my fear is if I don't get it out, I'm going to forget about it and never post it. I'm going to forget about it and never post it, right? So you have to find other ways to handle that. You have to find other ways to take care of that. But DBA, you want DBA, okay? Hi, Jen Bull. You want to get into DBA. So Jen, for example, Jen has a financial business. She has at least one or two beauty businesses, and DBA actually has a beauty business within DBA itself. So as Jen is helping people and coming across people, and people are finding her content, some are going to be happy with where they are with their beauty business. They may not want to switch to what she is doing, but they still may need help, and she can help them with DBA and get 100% of the profits. You know that's how I started, right? I started with beauty products, right? And that company, I mean, they had amazing products and amazing people, but they had this very ownership mentality of, and very patriarchal driven of wanting to control everything that you do, right? And so they didn't want you marketing your own courses and services and products, even though that was my background, to people, right? And so that's part of why I'm no longer, a huge part of why I'm no longer there. Okay. And so I would have such success with my marketing of the beauty and skincare products that they even made me a trainer. And I went all around the country training their reps on leadership, how to lead, how to sell, how to attract, and how to market the products, and on product knowledge. Like if you are in the beauty space and you're not a makeup artist, do not pretend to be a makeup artist. That is a misalignment of brand. Instead, you are a product expert. You become an expert on the product, how to use the product, on the ingredients and the benefit of those ingredients, right? And so I very well much know how to build a beauty business, right? And so if you have any success building a beauty business, DBA is for you, because there is a module in DBA that is about building a beauty business, right? I could even take that and add to it. I can add a whole lot more to it, because I know how to sell those beauty products in the home, how to bring the beauty counter to the home, right? I know different curriculums and campaigns that you can run for your beauty business. Okay. So because of my breadth of experience over the last 10 years, someone joined DBA through me the other day, and she's health and wellness. And there's not a whole lot of health and wellness specific done for you products inside of DBA. So what did I do? I went into my own vault and gave her those as bonuses, because I can do that. Okay. And so that is the beauty of DBA, right? So even though I have more of a financial services, more of a beauty, more of a health and wellness, and just overall marketing background, I can still help people in other spaces, because that information is either in DBA or will be in DBA. Okay. So DBA is an academy. DBA is where you go and you get your foundation, and then you can begin to explore, and you can venture out into the different areas of specialty and see which ones work for you, which ones feel good for you. But it doesn't limit you from being able to help other people with those areas of specialty, even if you are not involved in those areas of specialty. Okay. If they're not your wheelhouse, if they're not your area of expertise. So you can get DBA Volume 1 and Volume 2 for the low of $111 now, when you join now while I'm live. Keep in mind, y'all, you've got until Sunday. After Sunday, yesterday's price is not today's price. The price for DBA Volumes 1 and 2 will be $333 on Monday. We are also hosting a webinar on Monday, right? But by the time you join that webinar, it's going to be $333 for Volumes 1 and Volume 2. It's going to be $333. So you want to join by Sunday. So my recommendation is don't even delay. Don't even wait until Sunday. Get joined now. You can join for only $27 with Klarna, with the 4-pay. Thank you for the likes, Kiki. Thank you. Okay, so you can get joined now for $27, and you will have access to both Volume 1 and Volume 2 when it drops on Monday. Okay, you can start inviting guests and getting guests on the webinar for Monday. But just know on Monday, when it drops, and she's going to be unlocking modules as she is on that webinar, yesterday's price is not today's price. It's going to be $333 when you could have gotten it today for $111, right? This is, I mean, when I say there is no time like now to be alive, there is no time like now to be alive, to have all of this bundled together, because there's going to be YouTube training. There's going to be stock training. how to become a travel agent, how to become a virtual assistant, UGC, which is user generated content. It is all about you being the bag. You are the bag. Whatever room you walk into, wherever you go, you are the bag, and making yourself so attractive and desirable that people want what you have. You are the bag. You are the brand. You are the content. You are the niche. You are the algorithm. It is time to accept that and move accordingly. Welcome, Cookie. Okay, so you can join DBA with the link in my bio. It is the third button on the link in my bio. Okay, please engage with this video. Help me get the word out. This is how I am growing my account. I provide a lot of value, like I just shared, how you are the bag and how to leverage yourself as the bag. My account was hit by FB this week. You know who FB is? The blue app. AMZN, the other app that, you know, you can get stuff same day or next day. Who else did? DBA. I hit a milestone in DBA this week, $777 in the first 2 weeks. I sold my own courses that I've created and do not come with resale rights. I've sold those, and I got paid by the company that I am a skincare affiliate with. I got my payment with that, and are still making orders in my sleep with that. How did I do that? How have I structured my life? I mean, first of all, can you imagine? You have to first be able to imagine waking up and there are different, it's an actual bank term, GDP is what we call them. I'm afraid to say what it actually is, but it's an automatic, you know, drop into your account, but it's not quite a wire transfer. You know what I mean? DDP. Think DD. What are two words that go with that and have to do with your bank account, right? So imagine waking up on any given day, and you don't have to just wait for every other Friday or the 1st and the 15th to get paid. You can get paid on I've gotten paid on Sundays. I've gotten paid on Saturdays. I've gotten paid on holidays. I'm not even gonna kid you, right? On any given day, like in a week, imagine I just named 5 different, it was actually more than 5, at least 5 different, but we'll say from 5 different places, more than 5 deposits, more than 5 in this past week. Imagine that for yourself. See, y'all not really understanding. Y'all just want to go and I get it. DBA is that girl. It is to be excited about, right? But you're only going out and you're just branding DBA. You have to also brand yourself, okay? You also have to brand yourself. Like, I don't even think y'all pick up on my branding. I don't even think y'all pick up on some of my branding. Do you notice that this matches this? Do you notice that? Like, when you look at the clothes that I wear and the hair that I wear, they represent my brand colors. People who know me, they get that. But I don't think the regular average everyday, and when you go to my website, you're going to see these same colors. It's just going to be heavier red, a lot more red. When you look at my YouTubes where I've actually uploaded a thumbnail, I'm way behind on that, right? And you look at those thumbnails, you're going to see these same colors. You're going to see them on my Pinterest. You're going to see them on other platforms. But I mean, the biggest tell sign, right? There are people who haven't seen me in years, but they know me when I walk into a room. How? Because of the hair. That is branding. That is branding, right? And my clothes and the hair typically, it's not always 100%, but a lot of my wardrobe is the colors of my brand, and the hair too. So I'm very, I hate to say picky, because, you know, I know how y'all feel about Amazon wigs and things like that. Most of the time my wigs don't come from Amazon. This is one I actually bought at a store, but actually found it online for much cheaper, so I've been ordering it from Amazon, the exact same brand and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, right? But you know, when I go out and I'm looking for a new style or whatever, I'm looking for certain colors, right? I've been known to wear the rose gold pink. I've been known to wear, I wasn't really a big fan of the orange, but it was the lockdown, and so it was really hard to order anything. Plus I was scared because there were a lot of issues with shipping and that, and I didn't want to have maggots in my brain like supposedly happened to some woman. So, you know, a red, because red is really my primary brand color, right? Teals, right? Blacks, like those are like the Tiffany blue is actually my favorite. That was like 2020. I wore the Tiffany blue a lot, right? For years, even in my corporate job, my 6-figure corporate job, I would wear the exact same style. I had 2 different styles. One was a shoulder length and one was shorter. I had 2 different style wigs that I would wear. And that was it, because it was branding, right? Even to the way, because we wore corporate apparel, and I would always tie scarves around my neck and even make it like an ascot. That was branding. And that's what I'm telling you. I don't care who you are or what you do, you need to learn digital marketing in 2024. Digital marketing is a highly paid skill set, right? And in DBA, where's my iPad? In DBA is a module on branding. DBA, you get volumes 1 and volume 2 for only $111. Well, this branding module that is inside of DBA is worth more than $111. And I don't think people are even understanding that, right? What you get inside of DBA is well over $111 worth of value. And again, if you never have any desire to actually sell DBA, that is fine. But what you can learn from DBA and apply it, even if you are not interested in building a business. I'm going to tell you this is my best advice to you for 2024 and going forward. You have to treat your career as if you are building a brand and a business, because you literally are. Because with AI replacing people's jobs, you have to, one, be investing in and up leveling your skill set in order to be able to maintain a job if you literally, truly have no desire to create a business, okay? Whether online or traditional, right? You are going to have to learn to treat your career as you are building a brand and a business. And if you don't believe me, come back and talk to me a year from now. Come back and talk to me 2 years from now. Come back and talk to me 3-5 years from now. You're going to be telling me, yeah, you were right. You are absolutely right. My career, I have to treat it like it's a brand. And honestly, it's not new. You've been needing to treat your career, especially as a woman, you've been needing to treat your career like a personal brand probably since day one. I figured it out really early on and really got into studying building a personal brand, and that's why things like the hair and even the way I would dress and clothes and that, it's because it's what people know you as. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room, right? What is that saying? Something about your reputation is your business card or something like that? Here, I'm going to look it up real quick. Your personality is your business card. How you leave others feeling after having an experience with you becomes your trademark. So here it is. Your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you leave others feeling after an experience with you becomes your trademark. Okay? And that is said by J something. J Danru or somebody like that. J Danzy. Okay? So if that is true, that's going to be the truth in corporate America, because that ain't nothing but a big old thing of nepotism, cronyism, and personality contests, popularity contests. That's really what it boils down to, is who's going to be willing to vouch for you, who's willing to put you in the spotlight, and you know, They're not taking risks on you. They're taking calculated risks. It's one big game of strategy. It's one big game of chess, and sometimes you're the pawn, and sometimes you're the rook, and sometimes you're the you very rarely make it to the position of queen or king. You might make it to bishop, right? So you have to understand that, right? You cannot just go into your career and think you're not building a brand. You absolutely are building a brand, and your paycheck is the business. You got to look at it the same way. You got to look at it the same way, because y'all come in, y'all want to start a business, and you don't realize that you need to treat that business and what you do in that business the same way as you would do if you were building somebody else's business. Y'all will do for other people's businesses what you won't do for your own. And it's absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild to me, right? Absolutely wild. You will do for another person's business what you won't do for your own. You will make the phone calls. You will stand on one leg, bark like a dog, and turn in a circle if your boss tells you to. But you won't go live in your own business because what other people might think. If other people knew what you had to do on your job that you didn't want to do because your boss told you, do you ever think about that? If they knew what it was really like and what you really had to deal with in your job, right? Because everybody has this fantasy about what your job is like. They have this fantasy about, how much money you make and how great your job is, and they don't know the real truth about your job. Only you know, right? So again, you will do things in other people's business that you won't do in your own. It's absolutely wild. If your job tells you to go take a training, you're going to go take that training. You're going to do the expense report. You're going to come back and report what you learned. But when it comes to you buying DBA, which is not a course, it's an academy, you'll buy it and then you won't ever open it, and then you'll say it doesn't work. Oh, I tried that. It doesn't work. No, you didn't. You bought it and you let it sit. That's not the same thing, boo. That is not the same thing, okay? So you can join DBA today. You get volumes 1 and volume 2 for only $111. The price goes up on Monday to $333, so I would not wait. In fact, I'm not gonna sit on here long because I gotta get some emails out and do some other things. So what time is it? 3:36. I'll stay on for about 10 more minutes and then I gotta go. Okay? So you are the bag, and you have to imagine all these multiple notifications coming in, not just the multiple notifications from DBA, but because you can sell DBA, but then there are done for you products inside of DBA that you can also sell, right? You can sell DBA and then create a community and mentorship and monetize the mentorship. Like, there's so many different avenues of how you can monetize with DBA. So many different avenues. Absolutely different ways you can monetize with DBA. Like, how bad do you really want it? Do you really even want it in the first place, right? You want freedom, but you don't want to do the work. You're gonna have to, freedom ain't free, baby. Freedom ain't free. You still gonna have to do some work. You are still going to have to do some work, okay? And the sooner you realize that, the better off you will be. You are still going to have to do some work, right? You're still going to have to build the funnels and the automation. You're still going to have to create the content, okay? You're still going to have to do all of those things. It just looks different. It just feels different, okay? And you have to understand that you still have to put yourself in position for it all to come to pass. Welcome, Penny. Welcome. Okay. So I'm looking for something because I am actually going to be adding something to bundle with DBA and add even more value. Okay. So you will go and do it for somebody else's business, but you won't do it for your own. And that is absolutely weird, because you know what they say. You know what they say. Either build your dreams or work for someone else and build theirs. Is literally what a lot of y'all choose to do. And I get it. This ain't for everybody. It really and truly ain't for everybody. Okay, it ain't for everybody. I get that. But what I'm going to say is, in 2024, is it really not for everybody, or is it just not for everybody to do it full time and commit to doing it full time? Maybe for some of you it's just more of a part-time or a side hustle, but it's no longer an option. You have to secure the bag, and you are the bag. Your skill set. Okay, remember that joke about, you know, the old people and them saying what somebody can never take away from you? Like, who's ever really going to take it away from you? The gag is this: your education, they literally cannot take your education from you. Okay, I'm about to get preachy. They literally cannot take your education from you. So you can, whatever experience, whatever knowledge you learned in whatever jobs you have had, they cannot take that from you. Now, you can't be out here selling their trade secrets, their copyrighted, their trademarked material, but you absolutely can sell your knowledge on how to do things, right? And for some of you, you need to develop skill set outside of those companies, because I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story of a woman who worked at the place that I worked at for 5 years, my first job out of college, and I worked there 5 years too long. Let me just tell you that. Okay, she worked there for 30 years. They had their own proprietary computer system. That company no longer exists, and nobody else uses that computer system. So how marketable are her skills that she learned from that job right now? How marketable? Do you think she's really going to be able to go and find a job that is going to pay her the same as what she was making at that company? I'm not saying it's impossible, but think about it. Is she really going, if all she learned was their system, and by the way, this isn't a case of just go down the block and there's another company that offers the same thing. No. Their nearest competitor geographically is who they merged with, and they got rid of redundancies real quick. So there's that. So, and it's a very niche industry, which is cool, but it's also a very niche and proprietary software that she built this expertise in over 30 years. So where is she going to go and find a job that is going to pay her comparable, not even more, but comparable to what she was doing there? She can't go and create content for y'all to buy and monetize it, because that company is gone now. So their software is gone. Nobody cares about it. Nobody wants it. So think about it, right? Now, on the flip side, my uncle, who's been a trucker for probably 30 years, worked at the same place for well over 20. He went on vacation with his family, as he does every year, in his big fancy RV. And he got back and found out that his company was shutting down. And within weeks, he had another job, because his skill set was in demand. It was not tied to that specific company. These are the things we need to think about. And if you are in a situation where what you're doing is specific to that company and not really transferable, what are you learning and doing outside of that company in order to be able to protect your income? What are you doing? These are real stories. I am not exaggerating. I am not embellishing. I am not making this up. I'm fighting the urge to say this woman's name on this live. Spent over 30 years at this one company. They merged and basically went away, and so did her role, and she only knows that company's proprietary system. Sure, she could go find another job, but she's probably not going to find one paying what she was making there. And she had to go learn all new skill sets. And that is why I am so grateful that I learned continuous learning from my family, to always be learning and always developing my skills and making sure I have competitive skills. Okay? I learned very quickly at that job in particular dealing with your racism and other things, that you needed to develop your own personal brand. And that includes your appearance. That includes how you show up. And not having a personal brand in 2024, even if you are not thinking about starting a business, whether it be digital or brick and mortar, I would venture, I'm going to say this, okay? I'm going to divert just a little second here and we'll get back to that. Okay, let me finish that thought, right? So you need branding. When you are applying for a job in 2024, you're not just fighting nepotism and cronyism and hiring internally. You are competing with upwards sometimes of 10,000 other job applicants. And you'll never make it past the AI. You'll never make it past the algorithm without good branding and good marketing. You just won't. It's the reality of it. It is absolutely the reality of it, okay? And check this, okay? The number one businesses fail is they don't generate enough cash flow. Because that's literally what bankruptcy means, okay? When a company goes bankrupt, it means they got more bills than they got revenue coming in, okay? And revenue is a result of cash flow. Revenue is a result of cash flow. Positive cash flow is not bankrupt. It means you have more money coming in than you have going out. Okay, so how do you get cash flow? Sales. What is sales? Sales is a function of marketing. So with all that being said, why do businesses fail? Because they don't sell enough, because they don't have good marketing in place, because the business owner is not a good marketer. They are good at what it is that they do. That is their passion. That is what they signed up to do. They didn't sign up to do marketing. Well, they didn't realize it, right? That's why some people won't actually ever start a business or monetize the things that they love, because that's what they're really afraid of, is that they know that they're going to have to actually become good at marketing and sales. Because that's really what a CEO does, especially in the beginning, to get it off of the ground. That's why, go watch Shark Tank if you don't believe me. Go watch Shark Tank, okay? That is why business, are you seeing what are you picking up what I'm throwing down here? Not having any type of marketing or sales in 2024 when AI is knockout. I used to sell life insurance. And for this particular company, there were 3 questions that were very high up on the application. If you answered yes to any of those questions, there was no need to fill out anything else on the insurance, because you already were not going to qualify for a policy. One of them was if you'd ever been convicted of drunk driving in the last so many years. If you had, I believe another was if you had cancer, been diagnosed with cancer in the last so many, whatever time period, right? And there was one other one, I can't remember what it was. But drunk driving was a knockout question. If you'd been convicted of drunk driving in the last, I think skydiving was the other one. If you were a skydiver, that was a knockout question. There was no getting around it. No getting around it. The cancer was only a problem if it was not in remission and had been diagnosed in a certain period of time. And I think more so if it was not in remission. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But the point is, there were 3 questions that if any of those was yes, there was no need to even go any further with the application, because it was going to be a hard no. It was going to be not only a hard no, but a hard and fast no. Okay. And so this was before all the algorithms and that, because this was like the early 2000s when I was, working with this particular company, right? And the same thing is happening to you, and you don't know it when you go to these job sites and you fill out the paperwork. When you fill it out, that's why you get that rejection email faster than you can hit submit, because you didn't pass a knockout question. You didn't pass a knockout question, right? And so the software, the algorithm, the machine learning is picking up on all that so fast. And you have to have branding. You have to have marketing. You have to be networking. You have to know people. You have to be able to get referrals and that to get past some of that, right? It's not an option for any one of us to not have some digital marketing, some marketing and branding skills. It's just not optional anymore. You have to have it. My daughter earlier this year was looking for a job. She got let go just after New Year's. Like, she went to work one day and then the next day it was over. Okay? That girl had like 15, 20 different job offers. Why? Her mama. And she's got an auntie that is a 20 plus year marketing veteran, and a mama who's a 30 plus year sales and marketing veteran. My sister credits herself with 20 years of HR, and it's like she's been in HR maybe 2 years less than I've been in marketing. So 30 years. 30 years. 30 years in HR and 30 years in sales marketing, 32 years in sales marketing and leadership. Actually, I take that back, maybe 6 years. So she's, if I'm 32, she's probably about 26 years in HR. Because 26, 28 years. The number doesn't matter. But that's why she was able to get so many job offers. Because I told her what to do and what to do with ChatGPT in order to be able to get past that, right? You need marketing skill set. You need marketing skill set. It's not optional. It is not optional anymore. So you can join DBA. You can join DBA. You can get volumes 1 and volume 2. Okay, volume 1 is going to give you your foundations. It's like your first year or two in undergrad, right, where you're getting all your requirements. Okay, so let's look at what people are saying about DBA. So much success in DBA. Oh, look at that. Look who's right up there at the top. It's actually 777 now. Okay, that's me. Not bad for my first 2 weeks in DBA. I'm so grateful for the additional income this month from DBA, hoping to triple or quadruple this by the launch of volume 2. Okay, that's me with some social proof right there at the top. Made $222 on my first day. Okay. A second sale. I definitely need to step my content game up and be more consistent, but literally just woke up to a sale. You will not make money in your make money in your sleep without automations, without digital marketing. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because the opposite is you got to physically be present. Okay, first sale. I made my first sale. I joined when DBA was the bundle, so it's been almost 3 months now. But I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 needy toddlers, and I just now started being more consistent, started a new page, and started with Pinterest. I am so excited. I love to hear that. Let me take a screenshot of that, because you know I love me some Pinterest. Okay. Oh my God, 8.1 thousand, so $8,100. $8,100, okay? So grateful. $8,100. And a lot of these people have no experience. How did they do it? DBA. DBA, okay? First sale, with time, patience, and work. We got our first sale this morning. I couldn't be more grateful and blessed for all the support we have been getting. We took our time to really make this ours and want it to have value and not just be another random course. If anyone is feeling discouraged, please know that everyone's journey is different, and that if you have faith in not only yourself but the Lord, then you too will have success. Don't give up and keep going, y'all. My $1,500, or is that 15K? Baby, that's $15,000 in 2 weeks. As a disabled veteran, baby, let me take a picture of this. As a disabled veteran, on medications, I was working to earn enough money to purchase this. I thought it would take longer, but DBA made my dream of zero gravity possible. Thank you. Come see what DBA helped me get. Let's look. This is the massage chair I was telling y'all about. I told y'all somebody wanted one of those massage chairs and they got it. Massage chair. Okay, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Congrats. That is awesome. I see who that is now. That is awesome. Okay. So let's get back over here. Oh my God. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And that is the thing about the DBA community, right? It is so supportive. It is so just inspiring and empowering. There's, you know, it's all about collaboration over competition. In fact, DBA got bundled together in the spirit of collaboration, of collectivity, not of competition. And that is why, you know, people are having a hard time dealing with DBA, because they are not in the spirit of collaboration. They are in the spirit of selfishness, of greed. Okay. My first $1,000. I love it. DBA is literally changing my life. At only 16 years old, and made $1,000. Baby, let me take a screenshot of that. If IDK, if I want to cry now or later, so happy and excited. If you ain't running to the link, and I am not in the business of persuading people, but if you ain't running to the link in my bio and grabbing DBA now, if you have not heard enough yet to understand that you want to get DBA, join DBA and get volume 1 and volume 2 for only $111 when the price is going up to $333 on Monday, and you hear and see results like this, a 16-year-old made $1,000. As someone who has been passionate about financial literacy, about entrepreneurship, and sometimes it feels like shit, I ain't even gonna lie, building legacy, and a 16-year-old made wait till I tell my grandson about this. Wait till I tell my grandson, because he's already always talking about when are we going live, and he wants his cut. He knows that I make money by going live. So he wants to go live, because, you know, him and my granddaughter both have fans, right? So he wants to go live, and he's already talking about he wants his cut. $300 today. I made an extra $300 alone today from Fast Track Stories affiliate program. And that's the thing you got to understand about a program like DBA is you get paid. When somebody pays, you're getting paid immediately. You're getting paid your money right then and there on the spot. You don't have to, like some affiliate programs, like the skincare affiliate program I'm in, it's about a 2 to 3 week delay before I actually get my money. Okay. And, but some other affiliate programs, it can be 3 to 6 months before you get paid. So yeah, you might make a sale today, but that's not going to impact your family for another 60, 90 days, 45 days minimum. Right? And then some of them, you got to hit a minimum threshold before they will even send a payout out. Same with FB and IG and their bonuses. You got to hit a certain, and AMZN too. You got to hit a certain threshold. Thank you. Hey, Tyra. Hey, girl. Hey. I didn't realize I wasn't following you. I followed you back, doll. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Right? So, you know, that's the thing about DBA is that is your today money. That is your on the spot money. If you need to get your tires fixed today, right? If you drive one of them fancy cars with all the computers and stuff in it, it can be expensive to get repairs on those. And if you need that money today, first of all, you need DBA, right? Because if you don't have the funds to cover that, if you don't have, you know, the credit available to cover that, that is why you need DBA. Okay, because you can create and you can sell in the same day and get your money that day, right? I saw a video, and it's so funny because I did a video about this not too long ago. I saw a video yesterday, and she said if I needed to make $500 today, she said she wouldn't sell a course. I don't know why, because all the money she spent, then somebody said that in the comments, you spent $500 going to the store. And then she tried to say with her granny's food stamp card, but granny food stamp card ain't paying for them plastic forks and them styrofoam containers because she sells dinners, right? And that's a lot of work. And you're running up your gas bill or your electric bill cooking, and you're getting sweaty and doing all that manual labor. With a course you create it one time, with a product you create it one time, and you can sell it over and over and over again. With DBA, with the digital products that are in DBA, it is a one-time thing, and you can sell it over and over and over again. And you don't have to come up with a menu. You don't have to do all these things. So some of these analogies people come up with to try to hate on TVA, it just really speaks to where they're at. Not forgive them, Father, for they know not what they speak. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they speak. When I do that, I always laugh because I feel like I'm being like Dr. Umar. But anyway, you buy it one time and you can sell it over and over again, right? Now, with the Done For You products, I do recommend going in and reviewing them and updating every 6 to 12 months. That's just because I'm all about quality and I'm all about professionalism, being able to have a product that you can stand by. And so that is a quality standard to go in every 6 months to review it and make any updates that need to be updated and to refresh it. But that's still very minimal work. And you get to selling enough, you ain't even got to be the one to do it. You can hire a VA or have somebody else doing that for you. Okay? But you buy it, you customize it one time and can sell it over and over and over again. You know, I know she thought she ate literally when saying she would do, she would sell meals. But she got to physically make those meals. If she don't physically make and market those meals, she don't eat. DBA, your content is available. Your content is residual and will sell your products while you sleep. There will be people who will watch you when you are live once a day that will then order while you are asleep and you wake up to people who joined while you were sleeping. The skincare affiliate stuff. I created the bulk of that content between 2020 and 2022. And that content still drives sales for me to this day. On Pinterest, on this app, on YT, on IG, on FB. That content still sells for me to this day. And I also developed a loyal customer base that has product on subscription. This is why I don't care what nobody say. I'm one of the baddest in the game. Okay? Because first of all, how many people you know have the double master's degree but can not only speak at a very high level but also be able to break it down the way that I break it down for anybody to be able to understand, right? Like that meme, part holy, part hood. You never know what piece you gonna get. You never know what and I don't mean that like in an unpredictable way. I like to call it being fluid. I can go from the boardroom to the hood, right? And I can communicate with both, right? But I told the story of how, I said side hustles are nothing new, especially for women and especially for women of color. Our grandmothers, I've talked about this for years, online and in social media posts. The side hustle is nothing new. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and pull it up. Because I got it in a Google Doc because I document all my stuff, baby. Because I am all about repurposing, resharing, and distribution. There it is. Women's side hustling is not new. Women and mothers have been contributing to their household with quote-unquote side hustles as long as women have existed. There's this show that used to be on HBO called Rome. And when the husband was at war, this woman opened a restaurant. Women have been contributing to the household for as long as they've existed. The side hustle terminology is new, but the concept is ancient. Women have sold dinners, ironed, cleaned houses, babysat, etc. to bring in money for millennia. I'm reading, woo, don't drop that baby, that's $3,000. It's insured, but still, okay? So I'm reading right here, okay? And during wars, depressions, and recessions, women often carried the household, okay? If you think having a side hustle, aka secondary source of income, is something to be ashamed of or means you need money, you would be half right, half correct. It is nothing to be ashamed of, and who, in all caps, does not need money? We need money to live, house ourselves, heat and cool our homes, to eat, transportation, clothe ourselves, and so much more. We cannot exist without money. And our level, in all caps, of existence is largely dependent on money. So the more of it, the better quality of life for ourselves, loved ones, and communities. What I love about, and then I go into the skincare opportunity, is it allows women and men, but I would replace that with DBA. So I'm going to say what I love most about DBA is it allows women and men to put milk on the table without unnecessary requirements and complications. It is a simple and straightforward way to make money that is lucrative. Okay? So that's that. Women have been side hustling for years. Dinners is not new. So I told the story of my dad's older sister who passed away my sophomore year. Actually, I think my freshman year in high school, right? He always tells the stories about her rent parties. How she would, have rent parties and she would sell, I gave the example of like catfish dinners. And this girl literally broke down literally what I said in this on that live, and I've since turned it into short form video, right? She would sell like catfish dinners. And if you are from the Midwest, you're probably familiar with catfish and spaghetti dinners. And so she would have a rent party. It'd be $1 to get in. Then you pay for your food and you pay for your drinks while you're there. And at the end of the night or two, maybe Friday and Saturday, she's made enough to cover her rent. This was the late 70s, early 80s. Okay? Rent parties. Quarter parties. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. So it looks different now. It looks different now. And we work smarter, not harder. That's why I would pick digital marketing over selling dinners any day. I get it. Some people just love to cook. If that's your thing. But I would still be creating digital products. I would create cookbooks. I would create other digital products. I would create a cookbook, a book detailing how to get set up. Right? And let's talk about this. You're actually taking a risk with selling dinners out of your home, because there are people that are haters. And I know 2 instances in my hometown where the health department got called on people. People would notify the authorities because you're selling food and you still have to abide by health regulations and that. So you're taking a risk. Just keep that in mind. It's not to say that there aren't regulations and things you need to comply with digital products, but that's why things like Stand Store and that are great to help you stay in compliance. Okay? So DBA. Ooh, I'm late. I gotta get off of here. But DBA, you can join now for $111. You get volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 2 is gonna add an additional 25 modules. It might be more than that now, right? So there's going to be a module on stocks. There's going to be a module on YouTube. There's going to be a module on how to become a travel agent, a module on how to become a virtual assistant. There's going to be a module on UGC, which is user-generated content, brands paying you, right? There's a module on social media monetization. I've made 6 figures being monetized on these social media platforms in recent years. And in one case, all I did was restream old videos. All I did was use software and download. I downloaded and used software to restream videos that I had already created. I made another 30,000. When I say the content is in your phone, we're going to pretend this is your phone. When I say the content is in your phone, I repurposed content that was already in my phone and turned it into $30,000 with a platform. I know a girl, I don't know her personally, but I've interacted with her. Because the platform they told me, we'll pay you $1,000 to do this. But I was hemming and hawing and being me and overthinking it. And so I wasted 2 months where I could have been like this girl. She made in 1 month over $100,000. Over the course of that program, she made enough to buy her family's dream home. And I believe they paid for it all in cash. They moved from an apartment to their dream home. And now all she does is create content and get paid for it. Started with her blog, which is a digital product. Y'all sleeping, y'all playing around. You'll do it for somebody else's business, but you won't do it for yourself. It's the weirdest thing. But if you are going to do it for yourself, I want you to think about DBA. Look at DBA. Go to the link in my bio and click that third button. You get volume 1 and volume 2 for only $111. I encourage you to act fast, okay? I'm even throwing in a 20-minute strategy session. My strategy sessions are $497. For 90 minutes, I'm giving you 20 minutes for free, okay? So it is 4:09. I do have to go. I was supposed to be gone like over 20 minutes ago. So I'll give you to 4:30. If you join between now and 4:30, you will get both, okay? So I'm watching the timer. I got the clock going and I can see who joins. And yeah, I will contact you. You actually send me your receipt and I will, you know, get you the link after I see your receipt to get, to book your session, okay? To book your session. Somebody did just join. I saw that. Okay. Jackie just joined. Okay? So I will see you next go round. Bye-bye.